black students that really wanted to just, this stuff is going on crazy now. We got to sit down and talk. We black people can't be fighting each other. This is not coming from the Panthers. It's coming from the Black Student Union that wanted to resolve this issue between us and the Panthers and this big conflict. So it got there on January 17th, and like I said, my brother and I was not armed, and I was still conducting security because I had Tawala with me, and Tawala was supposed to be in the search. I positioned people in different locations. Guy Chochese came by to get me to go there, because we need to have the security. We already had the security. Who's going to be where, and so my mother came and she wanted to know, wanted me to stay, and she felt something was going on. So anyway, we ended up going to UCLA, and I had to secure the parameters after we got inside. The people that standing around there, I had Tawala stand over there by the door, and Tawala he just don't want to follow instructions, so he went out. He ran into Elaine Brown, who he had this little, it's like a little flirtatious thing. Yeah, Tawala, like I said, they had this little flirtatious thing. I don't want to say relation. They had a flirtation thing where they always clown each other, and she used to make fun about his mustache, and he was talking about, taming a panther, and they used to have this thing back and forth. But this time, I guess she didn't want to be bothered with him, and I'm checked with Tawala after this was over, trying to find out what was wrong with him on there, why he leave his post. But anyway, he decided to leave his post and go and try to have this conversation with her when he was supposed to be on his post. At that time, she wasn't feeling it. It was like she was on a whole other trip. Get away from me, She didn't want to bother him. She didn't feel like playing. He felt like playing. And so, according to her testimony, he pulled on her purse or something she had on there, and then she cussed him out and then left. As she was leaving, she said Bunchy and John confronted her. What's wrong with you? What don't never let a nigga put his hand on you. Had that argument over there. So Bunchy and John decided they were gonna go and deal with the situation. So I'm looking for Tawala, and Tawala is coming back to his post. I'm getting a list, and I'm telling him, man, he's gonna do some extra duty at the head collar because I told him not to leave. Because that's what we do. We punish him by you got to do extra duty on guard at the head collar. So, and he's used to doing that. So I told him he's gonna have to do that because I told him not to leave his post. So I went back over and I'm talking to Tony Cooks and another student. We talking about something about Algeria or something. And meanwhile, they approached Tawala, who's sat down, and they had. Here's what I saw. Now I'm talking about seeing from where I am. I saw them not, they came in the gun. They had weapons in their hand. Bunchy had a weapon and John had a weapon in. And they was trying to pistol whip him from where I was. They wasn't just coming and shooting. They was trying to pistol whip him. And as John was pistol whipping, the gun went off. And after the gun went out, that's what all pandemonium just broke off in the thing. It was like over 150 people in the room. So it was crowded in the room, but everybody scattered. Chochese stepped in because he didn't know what was going on, and they had guns, so he fired. And one bullet hit Bunchy and one bullet hit John, but a lot of bullets went out, but most of the bullets was from John because John just started firing. Mostly it was random, and the bullet hit me in the shoulder. I saw Bunchy jump over of a table trying to get out of the way and trying to figure out how to shoot. So this is my vision of what took place over there. And then when I looked over there, I saw Tawala on the floor, frozen. I thought he got killed. I thought he was shot because he just was just sitting on the floor. And Bunchy and John laying on the floor. So I left over there to try to see what's going on with him. And I see he's not dead, he's just, frozen. And I said, get the fuck up, and let's get out of here. And that's when we left. And I stepped over Bunchy and passed by John and ran down the hallway. And I already got shot in the shoulder, so I'm trying to figure out how do we get out of there. And wondering about the other seniors who are on campus that don't know what happened there and gonna walk into an ambush. And then my brother, which people say he came with us, my brother didn't come with us. My brother went out the window. And he didn't come over to call. It was me, Stoddy, Chochese, and another brother. It was the four of us that left. Nobody knew I got shot. And they were talking about, everybody all right? And I said, no, I got shot in the shoulder. So they end up taking me to a doctor that's sort of favorable to the organization. He saw the bullet was lodged into a muscle, and and that it's good not to take it away because it's close to a nerve. And it probably won't hurt me. Just leave it in there. Gave me some pills, some I guess antibiotics. Bandaged it up, and then I left, and I ended up in San Diego.
Did your brother join you in San Diego at some point?
No, he was still, him and Stoddy was in LA, and they met because the attorney met them first, and then he had to fly to San Diego to get me to bring me back, but they didn't join us. They was there. Only one was there was Chochese, but Stoddy and my brother was in LA. So it was two of us.
You and Chochese were in San Diego
and Tuala.
So all three of you guys were going together underground in San Diego.
Right. And then my brother and Stoddy was in LA. They surrendered separately.
Once you go to the hospital, you're in custody.
I'm in custody, yeah. Before, the attorney was my, I guess, guaranteed I was coming. But once I got in the hospital, I was in custody.
You knew you were going to be in custody once you got to the hospital?
He told me that, that they're going to arrest you and you're going to probably have an arraignment. He just gave me a whole rundown on what to look at. So I wasn't surprised. I knew that I was in custody now. And then they took me to the county jail, and I was in county jail. And then my brother and I met up again. He told me about Stoddy.
At the jail?
Yeah. Okay. No, I didn't see him at the jail. I saw my brother at the arraignment. We went to an arraignment.
And what were you charged with?
Conspiracy to commit murder, 2 counts, grand jury. They had a grand jury thing, and that's what it was based on. And it's secret, so you don't know what it's about. But I know Elaine Brown must have testified. But it was a grand jury indictment, so that's what they read out: conspiracy to commit murder, 2 counts, carrying a weapon on the campus. That was another count, and second-degree murder, which was another. It was those counts.
So you were just shocked at this point?
Yeah, now, with the exception that I know 1971 was coming, but this was shocked because I didn't want to do a day in time. Then I knew, in prison, it's a different story. You have weapons and all that, so it was a little bit of, damn, we're going to have to try to get through this, because I figured that, okay, we're going to go to trial, then we're going to beat it. Right now, I'm shocked at the charges, but I know that the charges wouldn't carry weight once we get to court because they need to have witnesses and evidence and stuff. So I'm still I'm a little disappointed that I got to do time in jail and lose my freedom and stuff like that. Meanwhile, my wife is coming around and, concerned and that kind of stuff. So
so you and your brother are charged with the same thing?
With the same, yeah, and Stoddy.
And Stoddy, and then where's Chochese and Tuala? Okay,
they not there. They moving around trying to figure out how to get out the country.
So they're underground.
They're underground.